wanted this father, I wanted a father so bad. So I don't know, I became obsessively focused on this father that I wanted so bad. And so it's so funny that now I was so focused on finding the father that I found him. You know, I found my father physically about maybe 4 years ago. And that's a whole nother story. And it's a great story. But I found my father because I got focused. Because I wanted something so bad. I don't know about you, there's some young people in this room. But if you ever saw a pair of shoes, or a pair of jeans, or better yet, that iPhone, you know exactly what to do. And when I talk to kids, I realize they get focused when they want a pair of Jordans. You know exactly. Come on, anybody here got a pair of Jordans on? All right. So my hand went up. You get real focused. And so what do you do when you get focused about something? You visualize it. So just like a pair of sneakers, I started visualizing what my father was and how I missed him. And so when you visualize a pair of sneakers, you then do what? You go and test them. You try them on. There's even a mirror in the shoe store so that you can do this. They even let you try it on. Better yet, if it doesn't fit, they'll find the size for you. And if the store doesn't have it, they'll order it and send it to your house. So I thought to myself, man, when we really get focused about something, and we really want it, there's nothing that will stop us. And so when I began to think about my relationship with my sons and how this evolution started, I realized that I was focused the whole time on this idea of finding a father until ultimately I created one. And so, let's see. Talked about the invisible me. Mr. C, I'll make this really quick. Mr. C was a teacher. Mr. C did something that I always challenge people to do. Speak. Say hello. First thing that when we came in today, someone spoke to us. Said hello, greeted us, made us feel welcome. Do you know how many times young people come in contact with adults and nobody speaks to them? How many times young people feel invisible, waiting for an adult to say hello? How you doing? Mr. C just did that. He spoke to me. He spoke to a 5th grade kid who felt he was invisible, who grew up under abuse and neglect. And I want to take it back a little bit further too. Because when I talk about abuse and neglect, and I want to be honest, and this is the first time I've ever shared this with a group, but I feel compelled to begin to be honest about our stories and the authenticity of it. Is that one form of abuse that my mother would use is toilet water. And I've never talked about this. But it's so important that I begin to be honest about